I spent $215 on these 4 iMacs right here. Something is wrong with all of these computers, so my goal in this video is to fix these up, see if I can get them working, and if I can sell them and make a profit. Now, if this idea of fixing up computers sounds interesting to you, be sure to hit that subscribe button because we've got a lot more videos like this coming. In fact, I have 6 MacBooks I'm going to be fixing up right after I fix these computers, so definitely get subscribed. We're going to have several more videos about this. I'm so excited to get started. So let's take a look at what we got, diagnose these computers, and see if we can fix them up. Now, the first computer I want to talk about really quickly is this Imac G4 right here. This thing is a very cool iMac, and I only spent $20 on it. That was a pretty great deal, I think, because it doesn't work. But the thing is, I don't want to fix this computer. It's not worth a lot, and I want to keep this for myself. I'm not going to fix it up to sell it. I'm going to keep this computer. It doesn't work. I'm not even going to try turning it on because I have other plans for this computer. We're going to be making a video eventually where we turn some broken iMacs and other Apple products into decorations. So this is going to be a very cool decorative piece. I plan on turning the base right here into a lampshade, maybe attach this cool screen to the wall. I don't know. I got a lot of ideas for what we can do. So for now, this computer, we're not even going to bother with. I'm not going to fix this one up, but just know we will see a video about this computer very soon. First computer we have right here is a 2011 27-inch iMac. I got this off of eBay for $170, and there's a couple of issues that it said was wrong with it. It said something was wrong with the stand and the optical drive, but the biggest issues is the screen, and there's a noise inside. So let me turn this on and I'll show you what I mean. So as I try to boot onto my external drive, as you can see, this side of the computer is a lot darker than this side of the computer. I don't exactly know why that is, but the LCD is bad in this case. So there's something wrong with the screen. As you can see, this side is just darker. You can't, I guess, see it super well, but I'll show you a picture. I'll put that up on the screen so you can see exactly how it looks. Also, you probably can't hear this because we got a pretty decent audio setup, but this thing is making some crazy noises. It's like, I don't know, it sounds like something's rattling in there. There's like a screw loose in there. This fan slapping a cable. It's very loud and very annoying. So we're gonna need to probably replace the fan. It sounds like it's coming from this general area. So I'm guessing the optical drive fan, likely the issue. We'll also need a new LCD. And once we fix this horrible noise and the bad screen, we'll go ahead and figure out what's wrong with the optical drive and the stand. Replacing the screen is fairly straightforward. It did take a little bit of time. There's 4 cables underneath the screen which are somewhat short, so you need to make sure that you are careful when you take it out and you don't rip any cables. But the process is fairly simple. We did need to swap a couple of the cables from the old screen to the new screen because it did not have that. Replacing the fan is actually pretty simple to find the issue. I actually turned it on without the screen on, and we could definitely see where the issue was. To replace that fan, you had to take out the optical drive first, and then you need to pull the fan out from there. It was a fairly simple fix-up as well, and overall everything went together fairly easily. Okay, so we are back. We've got the screen replaced, and it was indeed the optical drive fan that was making those noises. Here's the old one that we pulled out, and you can probably hear. I don't know, something's wrong with there. It's loose, broken. Screen was, I think, $60, $70. The fan was $7. So far, we're into it about $80 or so at most. And so far, everything seems like it's working great. It's perfectly silent. The screen looks great, and it boots and runs fine. Now, the issue with the hinge in the stand, it does go down a little bit too low. It doesn't go quite high enough, and it's a little bit loose and it does scrape, but it tilts. It holds its position fairly well, and I don't think it's a major issue. So as for what it is, it's used, it's in pretty okay condition. I say the stand, not a major thing that we need to consider fixing or working on in this case. It holds its position where it needs to be, and it works well enough. So we're not going to bother with that in this case right now. So now let's take a look at the optical drive, see what's wrong with that. I don't think we need to necessarily fix it if there is a problem. I mean, no one uses the optical drive anymore, but I'm just curious to see if it works or not. This says it didn't take discs in. Nothing about it working, just doesn't take it in. We did pull the optical drive out, but we didn't do anything to it when we replaced the fan. Let's see if it works. Okay, it does take it in. It said it didn't take it. So let's take a look at the desktop and see what we got here. It stopped. Now it's spinning up. Let me take a look at disk utility here. Nothing showing up yet, but sounds like it's stopping and it's starting. Okay, it spit the disk out and it just sucked it right back in. Yeah, there's something wrong with it. I mean, it spins up for a second, then it stops, and then it does it again, and then it spit it out for a second. Yeah, it's not liking it for some reason. Let's hope that this actually gives me my disk back. I don't have an Apple keyboard right now. Oh, there's an issue with the speakers too, apparently. There we go. Thank you. Okay, we got this back. SuperDrive seems to have an issue. Not a major issue. I mean, I can fix that. It's cheap. It's like $20 for a SuperDrive, but I mean, we just put it back together, and I don't know. I don't think it's quite worth it. Not necessarily worth the time it's going to take to do this. Also, while I was trying to eject this, we got a prohibited symbol on the speakers. So that is something we need to take a look at as well. If we take a look at system preferences, it only shows one output option, which is optical out. It thinks something is in the digital optical out port, which there is nothing. So something's weird with the speakers. The speakers work. That's the thing that matters. They work. You heard it when it turned on, but it thinks something's in the port, which means it's not going to let me put anything through the actual speakers. So I guess let's try cleaning out this port here and see if we can get that working. So unfortunately, my initial attempts to try and fix this issue were unsuccessful. I tried compressed air, I tried the toothpick fix, and I tried plugging something in. The headphone jack does work. If I plug something into the headphone jack, it does show up and it does give me audio controls. So if someone plugs something into the headphone jack, it will work. I'm going to do a little bit more probing and testing off camera, seeing if I can get this to work. If I can't, I'll just sell it for a little bit less. It's not a major issue. You're going to plug in some speakers, but I will give it a fix, and I'll let you guys know a little bit later in the video if I do get this working. But for now, let's move on to the next computer. Next computer I got here is a 2006 iMac. This is the exact same one as the other one you saw earlier at the beginning. I got these two together, and the best thing is that someone's just trying to get rid of them. They didn't really care how much they went for, but both of these have issues. So I originally actually went for this iMac. This one has a password lock on it, which is fairly simple, but this one is a little bit harder because it's older operating system, not as easy. I went for this one, it was $30, but I noticed they also had another one which was broken. So I ended up getting both of these for $25. So I got $5 off of this one and I got the other one for free. I'll talk a little bit about the other one and its issues in a minute, but this one has a password lock. So let's turn it on, see what happens. So it is on, it has a password, don't really know what it is, can't really figure it out. They forgot the password. So this means we have to do it another way. First thing we want to do is try and boot into recovery mode. And Command R did not do anything for us because this must be older than OS X Lion, which is when recovery mode was announced. So we're going to need to use single user mode. So to do that, we'll hold Command S while we turn the computer on to enter in our single user mode, and then we'll be able to do a couple of things from there. Okay, so we are now into single user mode. That was a major pain. I started off with my wireless keyboard, which is kind of sometimes works on some computers. Then I moved to my real Apple keyboard, which is newer than this computer is. Tried everything, didn't work. I even got the install CD, nothing worked. But now I got the original keyboard, the one that actually came with this computer, and it worked. So that was a real pain to get it into single user mode, but we're here. We're finally here. So the first thing we want to do is see what version of Mac OS we're on. This is going to tell me my process that I need to do in order to reset the password. And by the way, the keyboard that came with this computer is disgusting. So I'm going back to my keyboard over here. Anyway, so we want to do sw-vers. That should hopefully tell us that we are on version 10.4.11. That's going to tell me that we are on, yes, Tiger. Okay, so we're on Tiger, and that's going to tell me, here's my setup right here. Okay, so we are going to sh into the etc-rc folder. So now that we've done that, I need to figure out what the username is in order to tell it to reset that password. So I am going to work through the file directory here and actually find the users folder. So what we want to do is I'm going to list my directories, and you can see we have our users folder right here. So I'm going to change into the users folder, and if I list the contents of that directory, we have our username right there. Okay, and then it's password and then the username. So now we will enter in our new password. We'll keep it simple. It's not going to show up as you type it, but that is the new password. We have booted into single user mode. I reset the password. So now we should have access to this person's user account, which is a little iffy, but if I really want to, I can trick the computer into allowing me to set up a new user account. So if I type in the password, hit login, and it should work. There you go. Yeah, so we're into this computer. Yeah, I don't like that I have all this person's information here. We're gonna see what we can do about either upgrading this to Leopard. It's right now, it's on Tiger, or we'll make a new account. We're going to move on to the next one of this, and I'll show you what we got looking on that one. So that iMac is all done. The password has been reset. I was able to gain access to the computer. And what I then did was I went into System Preferences, I made a new account, removed the old one. So we have a brand new account with nothing on it. Nobody's information is on there. So that one is ready for sale. That is all fixed up. That was a $25 computer. It's going to be a pain to sell, but I could probably get maybe $50 for it. Now this one I got from the same people. This one was free because it has a pretty major issue. Let me turn it on and show you what I mean. Now, as you can see, this one has a bad LCD. That is why it was free. There's not a lot that we can really do about this other than replacing it. And it's unfortunate that it's in this condition. But the thing about this is that these computers are not worth a lot. I can buy an LCD, but it's going to be more than what I can sell this for. You can actually kind of make out some things, so it's not that bad. But I can buy an LCD for maybe $50. I can't sell this computer for more than $50. So while I spent nothing, I would make nothing on it in the end. So unless we can do some magic just by squeezing the screen or something, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to fix this computer, not because we can't, but because I don't want to. And how I said earlier with the Imac G4, we're going to use that for decoration. I think we're going to do the same thing for this computer right here. I want to take this computer, the front bezel off, and we're going to turn this into like a mirror or a cork board, something like that. So definitely get subscribed so you don't miss out on that video where we take these two broken iMacs and we turn them into decorations. So that's my plan right now for that. The screen does kind of work. So let's say we reset the password on this one, and we will go ahead and see what happens when we get in the operating system. So there you have it. I was able to successfully fix 2 out of 4 computers. The other 2, I will use in another video. So I got one of those for free, the other one I spent $20 for, so in fact I'm only out at $20. This computer was $25, I can probably sell it for maybe $50. This one I spent $170 on, and I spent about $80 in parts. So I'd say I did pretty good fixing up these two computers, and be sure to hit subscribe so you do not miss any future videos. We got 6 MacBooks coming very soon, so I'm so excited to show that to you guys as well. So that is all for this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, leave a like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. This is Mark, and I will see you in the next one.